Mighty number 9.
Hey everybody, this is Games Plus James, and as you just heard, welcome to Mighty Number 9. Now, this game just came out in the last few days at some point. We're going to play a little bit of it here. I'm going to start a new game. I played it for a little bit. The Kickstarter was maybe like 2 or 3 years ago now. I can't remember. People have been looking forward to this game for quite a long time. And the reception is not very good. And I played a little bit of it, and I can see why. It's not exactly perfect, but let's take a look about what's going on in the game. So yeah, we've got this cool cutscene with kind of dodgy dialogue voiceover. There's huge pauses between each line for some reason. It's really weird. It's almost as if someone was just given a line to record, then that was it. Then they were given another line to record, then take another break, then here's another line. Rather than here's a bit of script, read it all in one go, and we'll put the words up at the bottom afterwards. No, they decided to take a different approach with this game. But there's craziness happening. There's robots all over the place doing stuff. But you're a cool robot. You're Mighty Number 9. Look at the city. There's stuff happening. That's a pretty cool effect, though. It's little kind of boxes appearing out of nowhere. But let's find out what happens in the city. So obviously, this is hugely. It's created by the guy who made Mega Man, and it's obviously hugely influenced by that game, and that's why people are really excited about it, because they're like, "Yay, we love Mega Man!" And then this happened. So obviously, it looks a lot like Mega Man. We're going to talk to this guy, aren't we? Yeah. There's the professor. What up? I'm the professor. It would appear indeed. Basically, he's the guy who created you, blah, blah, blah. We'll skip all that. It's not very exciting. So this is just kind of the basic tutorial. You get a little bit of a grip of what's going on. So we can run around. We can shoot like Mega Man. We can jump a tiny bit. Or we can jump a big bit. The kind of jump a tiny bit doesn't really have much of a purpose because you can't really do anything with it. It's kind of a bit silly. You can shoot through boxes. There is an interesting mechanic though. You can do this. Oh, I can't do it yet. There's a dash you can do. Basically, you attack enemies and then you dash through them to kind of get points or something. I don't really know what you get. Sometimes you get some abilities from them, but I don't really know what the abilities are. It's kind of weird. Yeah, there's robots being bad. It's kind of... The story is not good. And not interesting at all. There's robots being bad. You're a good robot. Go stop the bad robots. It's very straightforward, but it's just not told very well. Hey, look. It's one of those aforementioned bad robots. So the person who does the voice of Dr. White, I would say, is the only good voice of the game that I've come across so far. Everyone else has been a little bit bad. Just like the voice there you heard of Beck, which is the character name, kind of a strange name, but anyway. Oh my goodness! I sure did. So yeah, like I said, you can shoot these guys, they turn into that kind of blue colour, and you dash through them, and you absorb their cells. Whatever the hell that mean. If you do it quicker, you get more of them, I think. So I'm guessing that's just the points on the top right. I don't know if that does anything for me, or... like maybe I'll be able to unlock stuff later. The jumping in the game just feels a little bit wrong. It doesn't quite feel fun. The whole dash mechanic is kind of cool, but... Oh, there we go. I just got exploded a little bit. Only a little bit, though. It's okay. So there we go. I got a little bit of power there from that guy. I got this red... I suppose... Oh, look. My shots are more powerful. My shots are a kind of different shape, are they? Oh, I fell down. Okay, yeah. So my shots were a little bit different when I shot that guy. I couldn't work out before what the deal was with those guys at all. So maybe my shots do a little bit more damage. Yeah, they do. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. But it's not very clear at the time. You know, it doesn't really tell me what Dr. Sanda. Also, it's a bit weird that the good guy doctor is called Dr. White. I don't know, that just seems a bit weird to me. But as you can see, if you've played any Mega Man games at all in the past, you can really get the influence that's going on here. Who knows? It could be terrible. So now we get this kind of little set piece thing here where there's some bad guys that I've just got to walk back and forward shooting. And I still managed to get hurt because I'm that cool. So even when they go into that kind of like mode where they're sitting there waiting to get attacked, they can still hurt you. So it's only by collecting their, doing your little dash that you actually do some, that you kind of finish them off or whatever. It's a bit weird. I feel like they shouldn't be able to hurt you at that stage. It would make a lot more sense. Oh, balls. And then I also get confused by which buttons I should press at any particular time. These guys are just annoying. Ah. Okay, so I'm just going to show, for example, here how a little bit of an annoying thing. So it just tells you have to do a little dash to get across here, and what you have to do is just dash a couple of times. But when I first had a little go at this, I was stupid. I didn't dash multiple times, so I fell down here and I died. But rather than it being like a quick little hey, pop back up to the start, you know, get going again really quickly, here's one of the issues with this game. We have to sit through this load. Sitting here waiting for it to load, for it to start up. Sounds like we're almost there. There we go, we're back to where we were. How long did that take? That was at least like 15 to 20 seconds. And now my controller isn't working. This is another issue I've had with the game anyway, is my controller just stopping working. So I need to unplug it, plug it back in. There we go, now it's magically working again. Okay. So yeah, that was a huge ordeal right there. Just to jump across this thing, just because I died once, we had to go and reset. The whole game seemed to... The whole level seemed to need to restart for some reason. So again, there's another kind of issue as well, is you can't shoot through any of the guys after they've been set into that kind of vulnerable mode, whatever it is, I don't know, but oh, these things are annoying too. Oh, apparently I could just walk through that, fair enough. Oh, so, okay, this was another little weird thing that I noticed. So you hold down and press A to drop to the ground. But you can see that these things are like really thin compared to the rest of the ground. So you think maybe he would kind of move in front of him. But no, he just literally drops straight through these objects. Like, why doesn't he go in front of those objects? Would that not make a lot more sense? Yes, it would. But that's not how we do things here in Mighty Number 9 Town. See, look, I have to dash to stop that guy shooting, but then I immediately go into one of these guys. And it's very punishing, and not in a good fun way, just in a way of why is this game like this? And I can't, so on that ladder there, I can't dash off the ladder. I'm pressing dash here, nothing's happening. I have to jump and then dash. Whereas it feels like you should just be able to dash whenever you need to. It feels like the dash should be like an important power, not something that... I don't know, not something that you have to kind of battle against. Let's kill these guys. I don't know what that thing is. He wasn't even talking about the weird robot thing, he was talking about the loud noise. Okay, so here we go, an enemy. So one of the other kind of... Again, knowing this is a Mega Man game or whatever, you've only got like a couple of lives, and then you have to restart the whole level over again. So if I die on this boss a few times, I have to go and play through the whole thing we just did there again and again and again. But luckily this guy is pretty easy. All we do is just keep shooting him in the head and do a little dash every now and again. Doesn't really matter if I get hit. If I dash into him, then I have to like, okay, I'll just kind of slowly walk away from him again. So it's pretty boring, as well as like not being mechanically very good. The game is actually kind of boring. I mean, obviously this is just a tutorial thing to start the game or whatever. So here we go, I did a little dash. Now it does this weird thing. The character kind of looks like he's ripped out of Psychonauts as well, in a bad way. Another thing there, why is that mission, wait for 5 seconds, clear? Why isn't it mission clear in one big exclamation mark of excitement? Instead it's like mission clear. Yeah, this game is weird. Yeah. So do we get one of the cool cutscenes now, I think? Yeah, so the cutscenes are all not animated at all. We get some little bits of voiceover, but nobody's mouths move. His arms moving there is kind of the most bit of animation we're going to get here.
Based on empirical evidence, I believe they might be suffering from this.
Oh, everybody's got a robot affliction. Yeah, the cutscenes just aren't very good. It's kind of... I don't know if that's supposed to be his mouth open there, or if he has a mustache. It could be either of those things. I don't know. All I know is he's Dr. Sanda. Okay, no, look, there's his mouth, so I guess that was his mouth open. It's not very clear. But yeah, as I said, the cutscenes are very bland and not very interesting, so we're just going to skip past this. And maybe we'll jump into playing one of the levels in the game. The only level I attempted to play was the underwater level, which, once I went underwater, I couldn't see anything, which is obviously not a good thing. Quit your lollygagging, come on. Let's go into one of these levels here. We can also like go to the side and there's some other options. You can do challenges and stuff. It's kind of weird as you select an option, they'll kind of say stuff about it. No, new tips, yay. Kind of weird. Anyway, let's go and see if we can fight some of the other mighty numbers. There's a few different guys. In classic Mega Man style, you can fight them in whatever order you want. But let's start off with Mighty Number 1, I suppose. Take a look at this guy. I jumped into Mighty Number 2 a little bit earlier just to have a little look at it, like I said. And that didn't end well for me. But we'll play a little bit of that. I can't talk. A little bit of this. And maybe we won't play any more of this game ever again. Probably. See, okay, like, again, just going back to that mission clear thing from before. That's system ready right there. Happened in one big quick thing. But the mission clear took like 20 minutes to get through. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get why they can hurt you after they've been like lit up like that. I feel like that shouldn't be the way it works. What is... Also, I really wish you could shoot up. I know this is Mega Man or whatever, and you couldn't do that in Mega Man. But guess what? This isn't Mega Man. This is a game in 2016. I would like to be able to shoot in different directions, please. That would be nice. If you're going to have enemies kind of like layered in lots of different places, it'd be nice to be able to shoot a little bit around, maybe. But then again, I suppose that's just a design decision. But it feels like the game doesn't support that decision. That's how I feel about it, really. This is one of the other problems with the game. The levels are like really big and feel really empty. I know I'm supposed to like try and like work out the patterns of these enemies or whatever, but that doesn't fill me with a lot of hope. Oop. So I don't know what the green does for me either. Whoop. These least we'll get some good shots from this one. So, like, the dash mechanic does feel good, you know? It's just... Oh god, there's so many things going on. Like, it suddenly got a lot more difficult in the space of about 3 seconds there. Oh god. Pyro. Look at him with his cool pyro head. Pyro.
The world must burn.
Oh. That doesn't look good. Pyro, old buddy.
Multiple incoming robots detected.
Oh, okay, so another one of these scenes where we just have to sit there and... Oh, I exploded. Okay, well, dying is a perfectly good signal for me to stop playing this game. I don't really want to play anymore. It's just not fun, is what it boils down to. It's just not fun. Like I said, with the levels being so big, they just feel empty, which is... it seems like maybe they wanted to do that as the shift to 3D from like 2D Mega Man games. But it's just not fun. I feel like this game would be much better served as a 2D game. There's no reason for this to be 3D. The art style looks okay in 3D, but not really all that interesting. Would probably be way better as a 2D game. Even as like a... not necessarily a pixel art game, but like a hand-drawn kind of thing. You know? Even cartoony make it. Go for it. But, I don't know. It just kind of feels like it's trying to please too many things, and it ends up falling somewhere in the middle and just not being very good. But there you go. That's Mighty Number 9. Thanks for watching this episode. I will be back with some more games in the near future and some more other fun things. But in the meantime, just don't play this game. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for checking out this episode, and if you want even more Games Plus James goodness, make sure you hit those subscribe and like buttons. You can also find me on Twitter and Facebook by following the links on screen, where you can find out all the latest news about the channel. And if you want to help support the show, check out the Patreon page, where you can get exclusive content in return for helping make the channel even better. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.